Hello my beautiful babies, welcome back again to my channel with a very special video. If you're into transformations, if you're into mummies, if you're into clam, then this is the video for you. This is not any video, this is by far the most special video that I'll be shooting or filming in my entire YouTube, beauty, and any field career. Today, it's not about me, somebody else is taking over. I know I usually am the star of this show because it's my channel. Of course. Today is all about somebody else. Today I wanted to use my channel to do makeup on the most special person in my life. You guessed it right, my mom. The one and only Mrs. Heredia, and is such a beautiful soul, such a beautiful person. I've told you before, the relationship I have with my mom is the best ever. It's at its best. I couldn't ask for more. She is the most supportive person, the most loving one. For Mother's Day, I thought about this video, doing makeup on her, introduce her to my channel. She doesn't speak English. She doesn't speak much overall. She's a little bit shy. Just for her to say yes to this video, trust me, it was really complicated. Usually my mom is not up for this kind of craziness, but she supports me in everything that I do. She believes in my dreams, just like you have started to believe following this channel. You liking this video, you liking my videos and my pictures on Instagram, you watching my live. This beautiful makeup here was created on an IGTV live. Please do not forget to follow me there as Joe Gomez Beauty, the one and only. We're gonna have so much fun. Usually on Saturdays, that is when we have live streaming for all of you. We talk about makeup, boys, music, we chat about it all. So if you want to join the fam and have a little bit more fun, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and my other socials. I'm gonna link them here, somewhere over here, you're gonna find them. I want to start this video just by saying that if you're lucky enough to have a mom, you should always value her, appreciate her, no matter what, support her, because moms are our best friends indeed. This glass is killing me. It got just so milky, you know. I don't like the texture or the way this is looking. Let me fix this. Like I said, if you're lucky enough to have your mom with you to celebrate Mother's Day with your mom, you're so lucky. If you don't have her, if your mom is already a beautiful angel watching you over from heaven, you're also very lucky because you have an angel watching over. Do not ever stop believing that your mom is taking a look at you, watching everything you eat, you do, and who are you texting with, and what are you sending, girl? My advice is just to be careful with those texts because moms are watching everything. Just a silly way for me to say that I love my mom. I love all moms. I have the most respect for them. And I get super emotional to even be filming this video with my mom because everybody who knows me know how important this woman is in my life. So just having her here on my channel, doing her makeup on camera for all of you, I mean, what means the most to me about this video in particular is just the presence of my mom. I really hope you enjoyed this one. You have a good time. We're gonna be working with products designed for a little bit more mature skin and just to break some rules. You know, makeup is not about breaking rules, making anyone feel more comfortable, more beautiful. My mom is someone who only wears mascara on the daily basis and a little bit of a lipstick, and that's it. And today we really beat her face up. If you want to see the process and the results, keep on watching. Now it's time to start doing makeup on most special person in my life, my beautiful mommy. Thank you, mommy, so much for accepting to have your makeup done by me. Gracias, mamita, por aceptar que te haga tu maquillaje. Everything is gonna turn out, I hope, great. So let's get started. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, my mom already washed her face. She has no product on, but I'm gonna be cleaning her face a little bit more with micellar water. And today I'm gonna be using this one by Oriflame Sweden, the Love Nature Soothing Micellar Water for Dry Skin. Gently going to remove any product she might have left. The first thing I'm gonna do on my beautiful mom today is apply a mask. We really want to nourish her skin, really moisture the skin, and really prep it for the upcoming steps, the makeup and the products we're gonna be applying. I'm gonna be using this one. This is a 24 karat gold mask. It has a lot of nice serum in it. I've used it before. I really like it. This one is Chinese. I got it on Amazon. It comes in this packaging. Really juicy. It has a lot of serum, which is very nice. It's gonna be dripping. Unfolding it right now. I want you babes to see it's loaded with a lot of serum. It's particularly good for makeup application on special occasions if you really want to have a very luminous skin. Cierra tus ojos, mami, cierra tus ojitos, tu cabecita hacia atrás, backwards, adjusting the mask onto my mom's contours. Has lots of good stuff, just like this. I'm gonna grab all of the extra serum that may be on the mask and on the sheet in this plastic container. I have it on my hands right now. Applying all of that serum on her neck, décolletage. We can gently massage the skin so she can have a really nice time and really nice experience. We're gonna be waiting 10 minutes and then we're gonna come back for the following step. Now it's just removing the face mask. ¿Qué tal se sintió? ¿Rico? Sí. And I'm gonna apply a toner so that I can wipe the excess on her face. Cierra tus ojitos, mami. Very refreshing. This one is the green tea. It's very good by a Mexican brand named Este. Time to go with a moisturizer on her face, also on her eyes. For the face, I'm gonna be using, this is the one that my mom is currently using. This is the Royal Velvet with Irish Infusion by Oriflame Sweeten. She hasn't much left just because she really likes it. Grabbing a swab so that I don't contaminate the product. I'm gonna be putting it on the back of my hand. My hands are super clean and sanitized for this, just enough so that I can moisturize her entire face and also her neck and a little bit of the décolletage. This will do. Dot the face cream all over the face, the neck here and forehead, her nose, a little bit on her chest, applying on circular motions. Remember what I told you, always strike your products up, nicely massaging the skin, the other side of her face, lifting the product up. Time for the eye cream. I'm gonna be using this one. This is the L'Oreal Revitalift Eye Contour Cream with hyaluronic acid. Grabbing a chickpea size, both of my fingers to apply on her beautiful contour of her eyes. I'm gonna be dotting this cream just underneath, on her lid, a little bit above. Dot it, a little bit on the lid, the rest above. Rocking the product, massaging the product a little bit upwards. Now the skin feels super juicy, super moisture. ¿Se siente cómoda? Puedes hablar. Now I'm gonna be applying a lip balm. In the meantime, while I work on her skin, her lips also receive a lot of moisture and hydration. The rejuvenating lip balm, Oriflame Sweeten as well. Applying a little bit at the back of my hand. This one is tinted, it's really juicy, really glossy, super comfortable on the lips. This is the texture, grabbing a swab, or you can actually go with a lip brush. But right now, I'm just gonna use the swab to apply. More on the center, so she has those very nice, luscious, plumped lips. Frótala entre tus labios. ¿Se siente bien? We can move on to the actual makeup application. My beautiful baby is gonna be starting with primer. Primer is super important every single time we're doing makeup. So today I'm gonna be using this one. Works great for mature skin. My very bougie primer, my bougiest of them all. A little bit of whatever is left. This is L'Or by Guerlain. This is a very expensive primer. It has actual gold in it. It's so good. I used this one up like a crazy person, and I was saving whatever was left just for a special occasion. What can be more special than filming with my beautiful mom? So I'm gonna be applying it here, just 3 pumps. This is very watery but very nice. I'm applying this one with my fingers first, and then I'm gonna be going with a brush. The scent on this one is amazing. ¿Qué tal huele? Rico. Huele muy rico, ¿no? My mom suffers rosacea, so we have to be gentle, we have to be careful with her skin, really reactive to a lot of different products. That's why I really tested out before I went with the actual makeup, so we could make sure that nothing was too irritating or aggressive on her skin. She tolerated all of these products beautifully. My mom really doesn't have large pores or a lot of texture. Her main issue, as many women of a certain age, are lines. We're gonna be taking care of that with the foundation we're gonna be using today. She has a little bit of discoloration here and a little bit of darkness or melasma around her mouth. We're gonna be starting with concealer. I'm gonna be going with the Infallible More Than Concealer by L'Oreal in shade Oat. This is a little bit bright. It's gonna help us to really balance all of those areas, following a little bit of the Scott Barnes technique over here where he applies concealer first, and I'm just gonna be donning the concealer here, a little bit there, here. I don't want to put just too much concealer. I'm gonna be applying a little bit afterwards. That'll do. That's the amount we're gonna start with, and I'm gonna be using the original beauty blender. This one is stamped, so we can start with application. And I'm just pressing this product so we can get the coverage. I am mainly gonna be using cream products on my mom's face, and we're gonna be dusting a little bit of powder on certain areas, but I do want to get coverage from that concealer. I'm gonna bring you a little bit closer, my beautiful baby, so you can see what I'm doing on my mom's face. It's gonna look a little bit too intense before it looks super nicely. This one has great coverage. I am very nicely surprised by that. ¿Se siente bien en la piel? On her nose, those are the main areas where she suffers from. Her chin and a little bit on her cheeks, but today she doesn't have any reactions on her cheeks. Bounce this beauty blender here on the crevices. This is now blended. We can now go with cream contour. I'm gonna be using, this is gonna be a little bit of a newer product for me, the Huda Beauty Tantour, a very good cream contour in the shade Light. And I'm gonna be going with this brush that I do like apply my cream contour with. Morphe X Jacqueline Hill, the JH12. It's really dense, so it's gonna help us with application. Applying it on the areas where I want to contour her face. This one has a really nice warm undertone. I won't be going overboard. Either way, I'm gonna be covering it with foundation. The other side as well. It's really pigmented, so I have to be more careful. I am so sorry about all of the horrible noises you're hearing throughout this video, my beautiful babies, but I live in a condo and the people that I live with are slamming the doors, slamming the walls. They're building something. I'm gonna be going with this one. It's a little bit more precise for her nose contour. A Jordanico brush, gently going on the sides of her nose like that. We're gonna make it a little bit more straight with this technique. We're gonna be going here. I'm gonna be blending that contour. Ay, ya se te cayó la banda. And I'm gonna start just blending and gracing this contour on her face. Remember, just stamp the product. I'm just stamping. Al lado. It's really easy to work with, really easy to blend. Really like this product. I think it's good. I don't want to lose too much of this step, and I'm gonna be using a cream bronzer. A little bit more product under the lip to have the appearance of larger lips. When I found out that this was the technique that Scott Barnes, the JLo makeup artist, uses on her, I was really intrigued and I couldn't wait to try it on myself. Today the lucky one is gonna be my mom, so let's just hope and pray that everything turns out great. But don't worry, there's nothing that foundation, concealer, and a good blend can fix. How easy it is to work with and blend. Blends like a dream. Going on her nose this time. Keep up the nose as well. Already like the result we're achieving. Time to go with foundation. We're gonna be using this one, the L'Oreal Age Perfect Serum Foundation in the shade 180. Beige Doré. The texture of this one is super liquidy, so I want to be working with a foundation brush. I'm going to be using this one by Sephora Collection. Such a nice foundation brush, working on the palm of my hand, 2 palms at a time because this one is very liquidy and runny. Grabbing this one and going on my mom's face, starting here. The texture in this one is beautiful. It's a serum, nice and light coverage. I really like this foundation. Applying it with my brush, and then I'm gonna be going back and forth with the beauty blender. Do not neglect the neck, hitting the neck. Then I can grab whatever foundation is left and apply it onto her chest. Now it's time to blend with the beauty blender. I'm gonna be bouncing. So far it's looking super. Now the foundation is already blended. You can see a little bit of the warmth of the tantour and the brightness of the concealer. I wanna brighten up her eyes a little bit more, going with a little bit of extra concealer. I wanna switch gears over here. I'm gonna use a combo of these two. The L'Oreal, the same one I used first. Second, I'm gonna be using this one, the Camouflage by Essence in the shade Light Honey. It's beautiful. Over here, I'm not gonna be crazy with concealer. A little bit here, here, on the bridge of the nose, chin, upper lip, forehead. I'm gonna be dotting just ever so slightly this one, the Infallible by L'Oreal. Over here, one dot over here, a little bit here, chin, lip, here, here. A very cool tip for mature skin is to apply a little bit on the corner of the lip so you can lift the mouth. Time to blend. Abre tu ojito y mira para arriba. I do have a more precise sponge for this area over here. Really pressing the product, especially here on her forehead. This is the area where she has a little bit more prominent lines. Really want to be filling them in with the product so they don't crease in the nose and make it look a little bit more straight. This is just how one side of the face looks already blended compared to the other that is not blended yet. Let me finish the process and I'll be back in no time. The foundation and the concealer, everything is already blended. Now it's time to start working to build everything up a little bit more, bronzing up the face, just make everything a little bit more alive and beautiful. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is bronzing her face by applying this Jordani Gold Radiant Complexion Cream Stick, and this is the shade Bronze. I'm gonna be bronzing her face. It's a little bit reflective, but I really love the application that gives. Applying this one on my hand to warm up the product. I'm gonna be going with the same brush that I use for the tantour, stippling in, and then just applying on the areas where I want to bronze up her face. Forehead, this same brush, I'm gonna be blending and stippling everything. We're gonna be sealing all of these cream products with a little bit of powder. You can mix the tantour with this one.
She went to Costa Rica or Mazatlan or Acapulco or very nice skin.
Here. Be doing the same on her other side of the face. It doesn't look cakey, doesn't look dry, patchy or smudgy. When working on other people's skin, always have to be super gentle. You don't know how sensitive their skin is, if it's reactive. That's what I used to do when I was working like the makeup counter girl at different department stores, and I used to love to do makeup tests, makeup trials on different people, brides, people who wanted to buy makeup. Overall, a nice experience. That was one of my favorite things to do. Apply makeup on other people so they end up buying everything that I was selling to them. That was of course very nice for me, very beneficial for the store that I used to work. ¿Te acuerdas, mami, cuando trabajaba haciendo maquillaje y demostraciones en las tiendas?
Sí.
¿Y qué opinas?
Que lo haces muy bien.
Que lo hago muy bien, ¿te gusta?
Sí.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué te gusta?
Porque te miras para hacerlo.
¿Qué más?
Como todo un profesional.
Like a pro, como un pro, ¿verdad?
Sí.
We bring it every single time, my babies. Miren, beautiful complexion, radiant, creamy, bronze, natural. So that's what I love about this kind of techniques of working with green products, that nothing looks harsh or patchy, and it's super easy to work on a little bit more mature skin with this type of techniques. Going over with my beauty blender to make sure everything is blended, everything is marrying together. The application is really seamless. Before I go for powder, I'm gonna be applying using a cream blush and a cream highlighter just because I really want this product to look super beautiful. For blush, I'm gonna be going with the One Face Styler. This is a multi-purpose stick in the shade Stunning Rose. Really good to be used as a blush. Same technique, applying it here just because the warmth of my skin is really going to blend this product. I'm gonna be using a different brush for this one, the liquid foundation brush. You can use it for any liquids by the Sephora Collection Pro Kit. Stippling like this, going over the cheeks of my beautiful mommy. It's a rosy, not overpowering, dragging it up, lift her face up to Jesus. We just want really beautiful, smooth application. Marrying whatever is left of this blush on her forehead. Do not apply your blush on the actual cheek. This is the cheek area. I'm applying it a little bit upwards, lifting that beautiful face. My mom is stunning, but she was even more stunning when she was younger. So she was my icon, my role model. I think she's so beautiful still. I love her skin. Her skin is really soft and I love that she takes care of it. Yeah, I really love my mom. Te quiero mucho, mamita. Te amo mucho. You're my favorite client that I've ever worked on. Eres mi cliente favorito. Aunque sea gratis. Even if it's for free. Now I'm gonna be going with highlighter. I'm gonna use a little bit of this one. This is the Becca in the shade Opal. Such a beautiful one. Super nice, super easy to work with. Apply this one on the highest points of the face. It's gonna give you a very nice glow. A glow from within. To blend that one, I'm gonna be using my beauty blender. The fact that you are a little bit older doesn't mean you can't apply highlighter, blush. You can do it all. Makeup has no rules. Now I'm gonna be setting the face. This is the result of all of those creams. A little bit blushed, highlight, lifted, looks creamy, looks super beautiful. It's time to seal the deal with a little bit of powder. Alrighty, my babies, now it's time to set my mom's face, and I'm gonna be applying a little bit of Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, applying it with my favorite hourglass brush. Just the tiniest bit. I won't be going crazy with the powder. Pouring a little bit on the cap of the powder, tapping up the excess, making sure that I don't have any product accumulated or just greasing. Really pressing this powder in the sides of her nose, on the center of her face, pressing the powder, but I'm not baking. You can bake on with your skin. You can, but you would need to find a very specific powder to be able to do so. Grab a little bit more with the other side of my brush, the larger one, and I'm just going to be tapping the excess and just gently pressing in to seal the deal everywhere. I don't want her to look powdery or cakey by any means. Just want her to look set. Now I'm gonna go with bronzer. The best option to go for would be to go for something matte, and I'm gonna be going with the Hoola bronzer, raising the face very lightly with this brush. This is the JH number 13 from the Remix collection. Such a good one to apply bronzer or any powder really. I'm just gonna be going on the perimeters of her face, mainly forehead, the sides of her face. We don't really want to create a lot of structure. That's why I'm using more bronzer than contour, because I don't want to create hollowness or any unnecessary depth on her face. Just want to grace it, make it look a little bit more alive. Don't forget that beautiful jawline, ears, the chest, barely flicking bronzer on her nose so she has that very nice definition that bronzer gives you without the harshness of the contour, the tip of the nose. This will be enough. I'm gonna be applying a little bit of blush now. Powder. This is the Bisou in shade Natural Mexican brand. Such a cute blush. Using my favorite blush brush. This is the It Cosmetics, the French boutique blush. Tapping up the excess. Here, just a pinch on the nose, forehead, and voila, complexion is done. We can now move to the eyebrows. Personally, I know and feel are gonna be a little bit of a challenge just because I always struggle with my own. I'm gonna do my best over here. Okay, so let's start with the brows on my mom. And for the brows, I'm gonna be using the Precisely My Brow pencil by Benefit Cosmetics in the shade number 4. I'm just filling in This pencil is really going to make it easier for me to map out the eyebrow where I want it and how I want it. But okay, this is a good brow. Alright, we're back in the browser field. Like Manny MUA would say, back in the browser field. I had a little bit of a stressful time working on the eyebrows. I'm gonna be sealing the deal with this brow powder duo by Anastasia in the shade medium brown. The lightest shade, I'm gonna be using it for the beginning of the brow, and then the medium shade for the rest of the brow. Using this eyebrow brush by Morphe in collaboration with Jacqueline Hill from the Remix collection. Just here, my mom feels super weird to have this brows just that ill because she's not used to it, but she looks good. I'm super proud. I've lost my practice. I think the result is really good. Using now the darkest shade, going over the brows to fill them in, define them a little bit more. Now we're gonna be able to start working on the eye makeup. First step to do so will be applying primer. This is the one that I'm gonna be going with. This is the Hourglass The Veil Eye Primer. Grabbing the slightest amount because this one is a little bit thicker. It helps us with any discoloration. Applying it with my finger to really warm the product. And then I'm gonna be using a brush. I don't want to be saturating the lids with a lot of product, just the right amount. Just wanted to show you that I primed my mom's lids. Now I'm going to be starting with the eyeshadows, and the first shade that I'm going to be using is this one from my Celestial Divinity Makeup by Pat McGrath Labs Venusian Orchid. Applying it with this fluffy brush by Jacqueline Hill X Morphe, and this is the JH30. I'm going to be using this one, sort of like a transition shade. All over the lid. I really want to have a little bit of rosiness over here. A very nice backdrop for all of the other ones. For my mom, I'm using, of course, my most expensive everything, just because, hello, it's my mom. She feels tickles. It tickles? La cosquillita. I'm gonna be working on one eye, and then off camera I'm gonna do the other one just so that I can speed up this process. I'm switching palettes, and I'm gonna be going with the other Pat McGrath using this shade, brown shade, this mid brown shade, to define the crease. Here in this outer B where I want the most pigmentation to be. I'm gonna go with the darkest shade, working with a more precise brush, E01 by Oriflame Sweden. This is a blending brush. Going with this color, the darkest brown on the palette. In outer B, circular motions, defining the crease. You can always build the intensity as much as you want to. For the shimmer application, I'm gonna be going with this shade over here, a Cosmic, grabbing this one with my finger, and I'm gonna show you how beautiful and reflective this one is. It's going to complement my mom. I'm gonna be pressing this one in, just like that. Whoa. The dog said, so beautiful. I'm gonna be applying a liner. It's going to be brown. This is in the shade Soft Mahogany from Oriflame Cosmetics. Creating a subtle wing, just very subtle. I'm gonna be applying highlight on her brow bone. I'm gonna be applying this shade over here, this one, ever so slightly to highlight everything. I'm gonna be applying mascara now. For mascara, I'm gonna be going with this one. This is the Double Effect by Oriflame Cosmetics. It gives you volume, it gives you length. This is my mom's own personal mascara, so that's why I'm using her own applicator. Do it gently, do it carefully, or you can always ask your client to apply their own mascara. Trying to get to the root to coat every single lash. I'm gonna be going over with another brush, the Sephora pencil brush, to apply a little bit of inner corner highlight. For that, I'm gonna be using this shade on the Pat McGrath Mega. These shades are super reflective. They don't even need to be wet. They're so unique. Abre tu ojo, mamita. Okay, now I'm gonna be working on her lower lash line. First shade that I'm gonna be using again is the pink one, using this brush, JH number 61. Dipping my brush here. I'm gonna be going with this one. This is by Urban Decay. Grabbing a little bit of the brown that I second used, this one, and over here. With the darkest brown, I'm gonna be one more time applying this one, tapping up the excess really close to her lash line. That's it. Lower lash line mascara. And voila, this eye is finished. I want you to, babe, see the difference between one eye. We're just gonna put a little bit of a lash. I'm gonna finish the other eye and I'll be back in no time for the lips and the final result. Alright, my beautiful babies, we're about to finish this wonderful transformation on the one and only Mrs. Heredia. That's her last name. This is my mom. These are her eyes and she looks stunning. Such a gorgeous makeup, and this refutes the stupid idea that women of a certain age cannot apply shimmer shadows or metallics on her lids. Do what you love, do whatever it is that makes you happy, and do not care about what any other have to say about you. Removing any product we may have left on her lips, and I'm gonna be using this combo for today. I'm gonna be using the One Color Stylist Ultimate Lip Liner in the shade Graceful Nude, very pinky shade. But this is how it looks. For the lipstick, I'm gonna be applying this Jordani Gold in Pink Touch. Very luxurious lipstick over here. Let's do this. Liner following her natural shape. This is my mom's personal lipstick, so that's why I'm gonna be applying it directly from the bar. El color?
Sí.
I'm gonna be applying just a little bit of gloss, the clear gloss. These Lancome Juicy Tubes in clear or pure. Grabbing this Oriflame L001. This is the lip brush, mainly on the center. So I'm gonna be grabbing this one, and this is the Bella or the Bella Professional Powder, and this is a vegan rice powder. I love this one for retouch. It's natural. Grabbing a little bit on the lid and just lightly grazing all of those areas. I'm gonna be grabbing my trusty Cheek Leaders Busted Ass palette. I'm gonna go with favorite highlighter brush number 4 by KVD Beacon Beauty. Swirling my brush, tapping up the excess, going on the highest points of her face. For setting spray, I'm gonna be using this one. This is the Green Tea Makeup Fix by Ebly, and we're gonna be setting and forgetting. One final very important step, and that is brow gel. So I'm gonna be going over with this medium brown by Oriflame. This is the Brow Kera. This is the final look. This is the final makeup that I did on my mom for Mother's Day. We're gonna fix her hair and we're gonna come back for the final look. Alright, my beautiful babies, super excited to end this video here with the final transformation of the one and only my mom. What do you guys think about this makeup? It's really ageless, it's really timeless, it's just perfect. It's all about juicy skin, looking fresh, looking beautiful, feeling confident, and just feeling the beautiful Mother's Day fantasy. It was a privilege to work with this woman over here, the one and only my mom. I love her to death. You have no idea what it means to me to film this video, to have her here, to count on her, and to have her support time after time. She's the one cleaning my brushes when I don't have the time to do so, and supporting me, cheering me up, and encouraging me to always pursue my dreams. So that is what you should always do. And if you're lucky enough to have a beautiful mom like mine to cheer you up and take care of you, feel blessed, because you have everything in this life if your mom is with you. I'm getting super emotional right now just because my mom means everything to me. Mamita, muchas gracias por estar en mi canal, por haberme apoyado con dejarme hacer tu maquillaje. Es un privilegio no solamente hacer tu maquillaje, sino ser tu hijo, tener siempre tu apoyo en todas mis locuras, en todas las cosas que quiero hacer, y te amo con todo mi corazón y con toda...
Igualmente, hijo, tú lo sabes.
Gracias, madrecita, te amo con toda mi alma. Muchas gracias, estoy muy contento. I'm super happy. Qué bueno, mamita, que estés contenta, que te ves bonita. De aquí nos vamos a ir a celebrar viendo Netflix. Because it's very late at night, so we're gonna watch Netflix or something. This is the end of today's video, my beautiful babies. Thank you so much for being here with me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this one, and come back every single week because I do have videos every single week and we're gonna keep them coming. So stay tuned for that. Maybe you will be the lucky one that I will be featuring on my channel. Don't forget that you and I have a date very, very soon. Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there. Bye.
Bye. Bye.